Hi there folks, my name's NovaWrap and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings on from the week that was. So here we are for another episode once again on Sunday the 8th of April 2018, and we are going to jump straight into it this week, chocolate and all from Easter, to the update of Warsaw Chopin Airport from Drzecki Designed. So this brings it up to version 2. Now this adds adds in full X-Plane 11 compatibility with a whole heap of updates, including full integration of the X-Plane 11 AI and ATC services, as shady as sometimes they can be, a full redone of the lighting system and all the textures to make sure they are fully compliant with X-Plane 11's PBR rendering, an update to the helicopter apron, so one for the helicopter fans in there. All gates and jetways have been updated to become moving and full system with auto gate systems as well. Updated ground traffic, specular maps, and updated textures, signs, and various other things for the surrounding area have all been included as well. Some animated 3D people have also been included inside the terminal to bring your airport to even more life, as well as a few updates to auto-gen, some of the custom auto-gen for the surrounding area. Essentially, it also brings up updates the layout as it appears at the end of 2017 as well. So definitely a lot of updates coming through on this one. As I said, this is version 2, so if you are a new customer, you can pick this one up from your favorite flight sim retailer. If you're an existing customer, you'll be able to upgrade this one just simply for a reduced cost. Just make sure you log in and purchase through the same store you purchased previously. But for those purchasing at new, you're looking at coming in at around about $25 US, or your regional equivalent available now. In other X-Plane scenery releases, the guys over at Fly Tampa have made their first foray into the X-Plane world with releasing their rendition of Corfu Airport. So this is a beautiful island airport, a very popular tourist destination, and they produced it a little while ago for the ESP platforms, and then out of the blue, and so there's been no word, no even hint that they were even looking at bringing something like this to X-Plane, and suddenly out of nowhere they've brought it over into X-Plane. So it's come through with a full custom mesh and updated vegetation, full 3D lighting compatible with X-Plane 11 only. Sorry, the whole airport is only compatible with X-Plane 11. And yeah, it takes full advantage of the lighting system and the PBR rendering and graphics for this one. Full coverage with custom auto-gen for the surrounding area and custom landmarks. Full sloped runway as well, which has always been one of the cool features of X-Plane. Animated apron vehicles, road traffic, ship traffic for the surrounding area as well, and just an up-to-date rendition of the airport and its layout as of the end of 2017. So pretty cool, pretty interesting. My thing is, I love the approach to this airport. So you're flying down the ILS, you sort of fly over this really cool, you sort of fly over this bridge, and sort of like the marker beacons that sort of goes over the roadway. So yeah, kind of cool. I kind of like it. But yeah, so it's really cool, really interesting. As I said, very surprising. Caught a lot of people unaware that Fly Tampa were working in the X-Plane space. So really great to see another really high quality developer making their foray into the X-Plane world. So excellent to see. So if you are wanting to pick this one up, this one is available now, coming in at $26 US, or your original equivalent, available from the Fly Tampa website, available now. Alrighty, continuing on with X-Plane releases for scenery. As I said, a lot of X-Plane releases this week. So we saw the guys over at AW Designs release this is possibly the most infamous airport I think ever. Not gonna lie. So of course, I am referring to Saint Maarten. So it's got one of the coolest approaches. There's very iconic, very iconic videos and interesting things. It has long been a flight simulation pilot's haven to go to and do landings at. But yes, it has come to in a full, beautiful, high-quality rendition now to X-Plane 11. Now, this is from the guys over at AWD. This is apparently this is the first of two parts of scenery for the that part of the world. So this is their main part. This is the first one focuses on Saint Martin, the island of Saint Martin itself, with full detailed renditions of Princess Juliana Airport and the nearby Grand Casa Airport as well. Also includes full photoreal scenery of not only Saint Martin but also the island of Anguilla, just across the way there. Includes, as I said, custom highly detailed terrain mesh with custom runway slopes for the aircraft for the runways, highly detailed 50cm pixel satellite photo imagery from licensed from Airbus, full custom ground textures, high definition buildings, and which has all been textured to take full advantage of the X-Plane 11's PVR rendering as well. Full detailed of the terminal interiors, 3D people, trees, in custom night lighting, custom autogen, and custom static aircraft for the airport and surrounding areas as well. So much stuff in this, seriously. And this is it's one of those airports that you don't want to mess up. If you're gonna produce a rendition of Princess Juliana, you really don't want to mess it up, because there are a lot of people that will people love flying here. It's something about it. Anyway, there's a couple of interesting notes though that they have said that at launch it does not support autogate, ground traffic, maritime traffic, or AI traffic. Is not included at release. However, they have promised that it will be coming as a free patch, as a free update to everybody. It will be coming down the line. So we don't have a release date or release time frame on that one, but it is coming down the track. So just be aware of that. Buyer beware when you do pick it up. If you are wanting to pick this one up, this is one that's available now from the xplane.org store, coming in at about $33 US, available now. Alright, moving out of the X-Plane world and moving into the ESP platform world, we're going to get started with the guys over at Sawfly Concepts. So Sawfly Concepts is a fairly small scenery production company they've been going for quite a number of years now, based in the UK. They do some really good quality freeware and a small amount of payware content as well. The guys this week have released their latest piece of payware, which is their flagship Alderney product. So interesting for this one. So this product for them is coming out at the moment. It's only available for FSX. It is coming out apparently for other platforms in the near future. But for now, it is only available for FSX. Now, so FSX and FSX and FS9, funnily enough. So yeah, it's a small airport in the Channel Islands. So some international traffic. Fairly, as I said, it's a fairly small airport, but it's been done in a really high amount of detail here. So there's a bit of GA traffic, sort of some prop jets, some small turboprops, and some business jets as well. But it's a very interesting little rendition, and they do some quirky little airports, which is kind of cool. And they said they do a lot of interesting airports that you don't think about going to, and I really, as I said, I've always got a soft spot for these guys. I think they do some really good quality work that just sometimes is a bit overlooked sometimes. But anyway, but as I said, what is interesting though about these guys, and I'm not sure if I like this, is the fact that they're releasing this, as I said, they've released it now for FSX and for FS9. They've said that they will be releasing a prepared version as well in the near future. But my concern is the fact that, and I've brought this up before, and I sort of have mixed feelings about this, is the fact that they've brought out, there is one version for FS9, there is one version for FSX, you have to purchase them separately. And then potentially it looks like you're going to have to purchase the prepared version separately, and whether they break that down into prepared 1 through 4 or prepared 1 through 3 and then prepared B4 difference, I don't know. That part hasn't been announced or been confirmed yet, so it's interesting. As I said, interesting choice of decision there. I would have thought put them all together, or maybe do something what Just Flight do, where you get you buy it for one platform, they give you a free copy for another one. But yeah, it's just, or at least a discount off it. But anyway, either way, as I said, it's looking like a great little airport with some high definition buildings, full rendition of the airport as it appears at the end of 2017. Full 4K textures, 3D grass, photo real for the surrounding island as well. So it's very interesting. However, the other interesting part about at least the FSX version is that it is not compatible with Orbix scenery. Now, rightly or wrongly, Orbix has become the de facto default of pretty much anybody who uses the ESP platform. So the fact that you actually specifically state that it is not compatible with Orbix, well, I'm assuming is Orbix England, or Orbix FTX Global, is a very much a negative feature. It's just, as I said, initially, I've always got a soft spot for these for the team at Soarfly Concepts. I really do, but I just think there's a couple of decisions being made here. I'm sure they have their reasons, very, very valid reasons, but it's just some interesting reasons that, as a consumer, you would definitely think twice about purchasing their products. But anyway. If you are wanting to pick this one up, though, you can pick it up now, as I said, available over at the Soarfly Concepts website. Put the link in the description down below. Coming in at a launch discount of £7, so coming in around about $15, or otherwise after the launch special, it will be returning to its normal price of £10, so around about what's that, around about 18-20 bucks. So yes, check that out if you are looking at it. Available now. And the other scenery release for the ESP platforms this week, the guys over at FSDG have been very busy. And again, we're going back to the Caribbean. So this is the first of their new series of a new sort of mini set they're releasing, which is called the Pilots of the Caribbean set. So this is part 1, which includes the island of St. Vincent. So it gives you some challenging landings for the airports. It gives you the two main airports, which is Argyle International and the old decommissioned E.T. Joshua Airport, but it also includes additional bush strips dotted throughout the island as well. Gives you full Jetways compatibility with SODE, 3D lighting renditions are included, full compatibility with FTX Global, Ultimate Terrain, etc., etc., etc. Full aerial imagery, customized scenery and objects for the surrounding area, as well as full compatibility and high detailed models, and a custom mesh for the island as well. So pretty cool. Fully compatible. This is one installer does all, so fully compatible with FSX Steam and prepared versions 3 and 4. So all you get the whole all of the bang for your buck on this one. As I said, this is the first of their Pilots of the Caribbean series. They have got 2 more parts of this coming out. It'll be coming out with an additional island. So they'll be coming out with the island of St. Lucia, and they'll also be coming out with a mission pack as well, with some adventures around the surrounding area and a custom Robinson R22 model. So really kind of cool, really kind of interesting idea that they're going to be exploring with this, which is, I always like it when developers try something new, and this is sort of like intrigues me and is interesting to me. If you are wanting to pick this one up, you can pick up just the island of St. Vincent by itself, coming in at €16, or if alternatively, if you want to pick up the whole pack for the other 2 products as well, which bear in mind are not released yet, and we don't have release dates for them either, you can pick the whole pack up for €33 from the FSDG website, coming in available now. Alright, not a lot in the aircraft release world this week. However, the guys over at SimCoders did produce their reality expansion pack for Carinado's Centurion 210 for X-Plane 11 that was released this week. So as always, the reality expansion packs from the SimCoders they really are just insanely detailed. They really are, and give your simulation your X-Plane 11 simulation a whole new way of doing things. It really does. Like, for those who, I personally hate the term study level sim. I absolutely hate it. However, if you are wanting to get as close as you can to actually doing the real thing in X-Plane 11 for GA aircraft, this is where you are going to go. You are going to go to these guys. Now, I'm not going to list all the features because I would literally be here for an hour. But just a quick sort of highlights of it is that It's got a full memory system where it will actually remember every single switch lever position when you leave the aircraft, when you shut down X-plane. It will model the battery. It will model the battery. It will model the oil and engine temperature based on how long your simulator has been closed, like as well as like the surrounding environment. Like that's how much insane detail goes into this one. You've got full procedures, updates a lot of the flight dynamics, a lot of the engine system dynamics to actually make sure that they are fully sort of as close to the real thing as absolutely possible, including all manner of crazy things. It's just, as I said, it's insane. They've overhauled the landing gear, they've overhauled the engine avionics system, the oxygen system, hypoxia is modeled, like a full new sound system has been included as well as a comprehensive interactive walk around system, and a whole heap more stuff, which is just, as I said, it's just insane. Anyway, so yeah, if you are wanting to add to your experience for flying the Carinado Centurion 210 in X-Plane 11, you probably wanting to grab this. You probably actually, if you know any of their quality work and this is what you're after, you've probably already got it. But if you are wanting to do this one, you're looking at $20 available from the X-Plane.org store, available now. Alrighty, moving out of the flight simulation world and moving into the farming world this week. So, we saw the release this week of another farming simulation game called Farm Manager 2018. So this is an interesting one. It's actually sort of been in a sort of early access sort of phase for about a year, and it's sort of, I actually thought it was dead. I'd sort of seen it crop up about 9 months ago, and honestly I thought it was dead. I thought that the program was dead. However, it looks like it's come back with a vengeance, and it is very much alive and breathing and now available. So this is a different sort of, we've seen quite a few releases in the farming genre over the last few years, but this one's a bit more of an interesting take on it, where you're sort of taking more of a strategic simulation for this one, where you're actually sort of overarching the farm and actually doing plots and stuff like that. So instead of actually driving the tractor yourself, you're actually sort of doing the larger plots and actually doing the town as well as the farm. So very interesting for this one. Kind of been published from Clever Zen Software, published via Playway. Very interesting, kind of very nice visuals for this one, and a whole lot of licensed and interesting choices and things you can do. Fully dynamic weather conditions, various modes of play, including a campaign, scenarios, as well as a free play mode, and a workshop so you can actually go through and add additional content in as well. So very open to modding community, which is always good to see. So yeah, if y'all wanted to pick this one up, coming in normal release price for $20, currently on a launch special of the $17 available now. In another interesting release, this one made me laugh a lot. So this is the release of C4. I'm very mixed about talking about early access games at times, but this one I did want to bring in because I like physics-based games. I'm a bit of a nerd. I like my physics stuff. It's one of the reasons why I love KSP. I suck at making rockets, but I love it because I love the physics behind it and the science behind it. Anyway, this little thing is called C4. So this is basically all about blowing stuff up, but it is a full physics. A fully destructible environment, powered by actual like physics and modeling and data and all of these really cool, interesting stuff. As I said, it's a fully destructible environment. It's a very entertaining kind of thing in a very simplistic but beautiful art style. I kind of like this art style. It puts you into random scenarios. There's been a few in this sort of like, biome sort of, separate sort of scenario things, but I really like this one as it is, as a full physics engine has been put into here, and everything, you can blow everything up. You get various different puzzles and challenges and things that you have to do, and they do sort of unlock skills and characters and different types of explosive and different tools you can actually do your job. So at the moment there is 25 unique levels at the moment, and more on the way. As I said, this is still very much an early access title, and there is more coming. But yeah, if you want to get in and you like sort of mucking around with this kind of stuff and seeing how changing like small factors can change an outcome. This could be something for you to look at. As I said, very interesting little indie title, this one. Look, it's pretty cheap as well. It's coming in at $10 normally. Currently on a launch early access launch special of $9 available now on Steam. And with that, C4 does now round out the simulation release news for this week, so thanks very much for joining me. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright folks, thanks very much for joining me. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.